What if I told you the Premier League's seemingly unshakable champions are staring down an early season crisis, while a struggling side at the bottom yearns for a miracle? Welcome to the American Express Stadium. Brighton, precariously positioned near the foot of the table, desperately needs a lifeline. But here comes Manchester City, still reeling from a rare home defeat, facing profound questions about their title aspirations just weeks into the campaign. Get ready for an absolute thriller, a clash packed with raw emotion and high stakes. Can City unleash their fury and assert dominance, or will Brighton, against every single odd, ignite their season with a monumental upset? This match isn't just a game, it's a narrative waiting to explode, and history strongly hints it will be bursting with goals. Both teams are poised to deploy a 4-2-3-1 formation today, a setup known for both attacking thrust and potential defensive vulnerability. Brighton's strengths lie in their individual brilliance to carve out opportunities and their willingness to unleash shots from distance. However, they've shown a concerning tendency to falter in front of goal and struggle to hold on to a lead. For City, brace for their characteristic relentless attacking waves, focusing on incisive through balls and plenty of long-range efforts. But here's the twist: City has exhibited surprising soft spots defending against agile, skillful players and down the flanks. Could Brighton's flair players exploit these very specific defensive frailties, turning this tactical battle into a fascinating, high-stakes chess match? Can a team truly defy the odds when key cogs are missing? Brighton faces an uphill battle with several critical players sidelined, including the long-term absence of Adam Webster, a linchpin in their defense. This could critically undermine their already shaky defensive foundations. Manchester City also has its own uncertainties, with important figures like Josko Gvardiol and Phil Foden potentially unavailable. Yet, for City, there's a powerful ray of hope: the anticipated return of Rodri, who could make his first start of the season a massive boost for their midfield control. Still, the crucial question of who guards City's net remains a significant point of intrigue. Let's cast an eye over the early league standings, a snapshot that tells a dramatic story. Brighton finds themselves deep in the relegation zone, sitting 18th with a mere 1 point gleaned from their opening 2 matches, having found the net only once. Contrast this with Manchester City, who occupy 6th place with 3 points. But here's a fascinating anomaly: City's sole league outing away from home saw them emphatically score 4 goals without conceding. While their home defeat was a true shockwave, their away form has been nothing short of commanding. Expect City to dominate possession, but also keep an eye on Brighton, who frequently accumulate more fouls and collect more yellow cards, a potential market for your consideration. Brighton's recent journey has been a true mixed bag, a tale of 2 different competitions. They celebrated a colossal 6-goal victory away in the League Cup, a performance that hinted at their attacking firepower. Yet, their Premier League campaign has been a disheartening struggle. They endured a 2-goal defeat away to Everton and could only salvage a 1-1 draw at home against Fulham, meaning they're still desperately chasing their inaugural league win. These early league encounters vividly underscore their ongoing challenges in both consistently finding the back of the net and effectively shutting out opposition at this elite level. Manchester City's recent match history reads like a dramatic novel, a genuine roller coaster of results. They suffered a surprising 2-goal Premier League loss at home to Tottenham, a result that sent ripples through the league. However, their preceding league fixture was a commanding 4-goal away triumph against Wolves, showcasing their relentless quality on the road. Remember their high-scoring, yet mixed, run in the FIFA Club World Cup earlier in the season, including a 7-goal spectacle where they narrowly lost 3-4 to Al Hilal? These outcomes collectively paint a picture of incredible attacking might, undeniably, but also point towards some unexpected moments of defensive vulnerability. Diving into the general statistics, a striking pattern emerges. Manchester City has been an absolute goal machine in their recent outings, finding the net with an average of nearly 4 goals per game, demonstrating immense attacking prowess. Their away form is particularly ferocious, averaging a staggering 4.5 goals on the road. Brighton, conversely, averages just over 2 goals per game, with a solitary goal scored in their only home league match thus far. City's away record is pristine in recent times, having secured victories in both their matches. Brighton, meanwhile, registers 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 defeat across all competitions. Will City's away scoring rampage continue, or can Brighton's home defense find a way to stem the tide? History, a powerful predictor in football, loudly proclaims that this fixture habitually delivers a cascade of goals and undeniable Manchester City dominance. Across their last 6 encounters, City has claimed victory in exactly half of them, with 2 draws and a solitary, rare Brighton triumph. But for those eyeing the betting markets, here's a crucial insight: City's first-half record against Brighton is truly phenomenal. They have seized the first-half lead in 5 of the last 6 meetings and have never once trailed at the break. Brighton, consistently, struggles to score early, managing less than 1 first-half goal per match in these showdowns. Does this point towards an early City breakthrough, setting the stage for a compelling first-half bet? Now, let's zoom in on the head-to-head goal statistics, where the pattern becomes crystal clear, almost an open book for bettors. Manchester City has ruthlessly dispatched 13 goals in their last 6 meetings, while Brighton could only muster 7. But here's the really compelling part: City's first-half scoring prowess is nothing short of exceptional, bagging 11 goals before the interval, compared to Brighton's mere 2. Brighton has also been alarmingly porous in the first half of these clashes, conceding a staggering 11 goals. This data overwhelmingly points towards an early lead for City and a high probability of multiple goals being scored before halftime. Could the first-half over market be where the smart money lies? Will the aerial battle define moments in this match? When we consider player heights, Brighton possesses slightly taller defenders, which could theoretically give them an edge in defensive aerial duels. However, Manchester City counters with a significantly taller goalkeeper, a commanding presence between the posts, and slightly taller forwards who can impose themselves in the box. While Brighton might win more headers in their own third, City's overall aerial win rate across the league is notably superior. This difference in stature, particularly in critical areas like goal and up front, could give City a decisive advantage on set pieces and when crosses rain into the penalty area, a potential factor for corner markets or set-piece goal scorers. Does experience or youthful exuberance hold the key in this encounter? When we scrutinize the average ages, both teams surprisingly field relatively youthful squads, suggesting energy and dynamism might be plentiful. There aren't any stark disparities that would immediately suggest a significant advantage for either side in terms of seasoned experience or boundless youthful drive. Brighton's defensive line leans slightly older, perhaps offering a touch more wisdom, while Manchester City's forwards and goalkeeper are, on average, a touch younger, hinting at blistering pace and quick reflexes. Overall, the age profiles appear remarkably balanced across positions, perhaps cancelling out any age-related edge for either side. Now, for an insight into individual quality, let's look at average player ratings. Manchester City holds a distinct advantage across every single position. Their defenders, midfielders, and forwards all consistently boast higher performance ratings than their Brighton counterparts. The most pronounced difference is arguably in the goalkeeper position, where City's shot stopper maintains a notably higher rating. This overwhelming statistical superiority suggests that, on paper, City's individual quality and current form are far more robust, potentially allowing them to seize control and dictate the match in key, decisive moments. Does this translate to a comfortable City victory, or can Brighton's collective spirit bridge this quality gap? So, who are the individuals poised to illuminate this contest with moments of brilliance? For Brighton, Matt O'Reilly stands out as a pivotal figure, consistently contributing with a goal, incisive passes, and even a coveted Man of the Match award. Jan-Paul van Heck is their towering aerial presence, relentlessly winning headers. For Manchester City, it comes as no surprise that the unstoppable Erling Haaland leads their charge with 2 goals and a Man of the Match performance already to his name. City also boasts an embarrassment of riches, with multiple players delivering assists and key passes, including the likes of Oscar Bobb and Rico Lewis, showcasing their diverse and multifaceted attacking arsenal, a formidable challenge for any defense. Conversely, where might the vulnerabilities lie, offering potential avenues for exploitation? Some Brighton players exhibit specific weaknesses. Maxim de Kuiper frequently commits fouls, a trend that could lead to dangerous set pieces or yellow cards in vulnerable areas. Yassine Ayari, unfortunately, gets dribbled past quite often, potentially creating gaping holes for City's world-class attackers to exploit. For Manchester City, Tijani Reinders also has a tendency to commit a fair share of fouls. Interestingly, Bernardo Silva has been dribbled past more frequently than many of his City teammates, a subtle detail that Brighton's skillful and direct wingers might eagerly attempt to exploit. Timing is everything, especially in football, so let's analyze goal timings. Brighton's solitary league goal this season arrived in the second half, specifically between the 50th and 60th minute. However, they've shown a worrying pattern of conceding goals across various phases of the game, including early in both halves and even very late into matches. Manchester City's goals have been more evenly distributed, though primarily in the second half, but they too have shown a susceptibility to concede in the late stages of the first half. This disparity in consistency strongly suggests that Brighton might struggle to maintain their focus and defensive structure for the entire 90 minutes, a valuable insight for late goal betting markets. This, my friends, is where the betting landscape truly gets fascinating. So far this Premier League season, both of Brighton's matches have curiously ended with fewer than 2.5 total goals, bucking a historical trend. Manchester City's games are evenly split, with one going under and one soaring over 2.5 goals. This recent, tighter pattern for Brighton stands in stark contrast to the historical head-to-head record against City, where the vast majority of matches have been goalfests, featuring over 2.5 goals. This dramatic juxtaposition presents a genuine dilemma for bettors. Do you ride with Brighton's low-scoring recent form, or does the weight of history and City's attacking power push you towards a high-scoring affair? This is a prime example of where value bets might emerge from careful consideration of conflicting data.